Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. It's Taurus Tuesday. So I'm getting bullfrogs really strongly, really strongly, which I'll come back to. So today's reading is going to be my attempt at opening up the channel so that a spirit guide can come through. Now this might be an ancestor, an angel, a spirit guide, your higher self, but there's going to be a message from spirit coming through to at least one of you, hopefully. That's the plan. So if it resonates and you feel like this is your reading, I'd really appreciate a thumbs up, a like, and if you want to put an emoji in the chat as well, just so I know that something resonated. Now you don't have to like let on which bit resonated, but an emoji in the chat would be appreciated, just so I know if I'm hitting the mark or not. I kind of need that feedback at the moment. And of course, if you enjoy the reading, you can always consider subscribing. It is free to do. You only have to press that button once, and yeah, it just means you'll know when my channels go live a little bit more. So my channel, my videos, well, this is a good start, isn't it? So I've got some channeled messages. I've got everything happens at the perfect time for a perfect reason. So I just saw 111 as well on the timestamp then, as I said that. So everything happens at the perfect time for the perfect reason. So it's like there's a reason that things happen in the timing that they do. So something unexpected perhaps that surprises you, like it may feel inconvenient in the moment, but it's like it happens that way for a reason. Like the universe knows what it's doing, right? Everything has divine order and divine like scheduling to it. So it does feel like a very dad thing to say. So I don't know if this is somebody's dad coming through or like a father figure. You are the Hierophant card in the tarot though, which does have kind of like paternal energy to it. So that could be the thing. I do want to say though, don't attach a specific gender to it. So if the cards are like queens, you know, you and your guide is a male, you can absolutely flip it and reverse it if you need to. I'm getting this very grounded, very centered feeling for you. Now I have got the noises on as well, and I am looking for feedback on that if you like that or not. It's kind of like forest noises. So do let me know like how you feel about that, if it's too much. I'm seeing 222. I'm seeing a lot of synchronistic numbers for you at the moment. So yeah. Now it could be like time folding in on itself perhaps, like with this like perfect time thing, but I'm more getting kind of almost like a folded piece of paper. I don't know if somebody's done like origami or something, because I'm really getting like almost like I'm centered, or like somebody's folded a photograph. You know, sometimes people do that to kind of like, you know, if it's like a family photograph and somebody's in it that perhaps you don't want them in it, but you want the photograph, you might fold it over or like fold it back on itself, right? So you only see the people you want to see. So I don't know if somebody's done that. That explains why I feel like I'm being folded. It's kind of like I'm being folded down the center. It also gave me something from my own kind of childhood where I don't even remember who it was, but somebody showed me that on old banknotes you used to be able to fold, this is like British like banknotes, you used to be able to fold the Queen's head a certain way and fold another note another way, and it'd create a different face that looked like somebody else. So again, with like origami or paper folding, could be significant. 333, I'm really seeing those synchronistic numbers. So yeah, it feels like timing as well. Maybe somebody's a bit of a clock watcher as well. Maybe somebody's really like always like looking at the clock, like it's time for this, it's time for that. You know, have you done this? You know, a bit of a schedule keeper. So yeah, the Queen as well. I do think the Queen is a Taurus, and I was also getting, because I felt very centered and very upright, I was kind of getting things about posture, especially around the shoulders. Now I don't know if somebody has a bit of a hunch, because I was then given bullfrog. So bullfrog, if you think about the way a bullfrog looks, they have these very like rounded shoulders, and a big neck. So I don't know if somebody, like if that resonates for somebody, maybe somebody like compared somebody to a bullfrog. I'm also getting possibly like throat problems. I feel a bit sick. Ravens could also be significant for somebody, and yeah, that is it. Now I'm seeing it like I'm getting Queen stuff. So like I say, I think the Queen is a Taurus. I don't think I'm channeling the Queen, but somebody could maybe collect royal memorabilia or something. Now I'm seeing Princess Diana on a plate. I was seeing like a frog, but in a like a, is it called like beef eaters? You know, like the gods that guard the Queen. Like they have like the red big hat and things. It's like a frog in like beefeater clothes. It's all I can say. I don't know what that means. I feel like I've seen it somewhere, but I feel like it's somebody's brand. Like it's an actual brand, but I don't know what the brand is. So it could be significant, it could not be. I don't know. Okay, let's get your cards. Let's see what I'm getting. So, who would like to come through, please? Who would like to come through? Can I get one card ideally, please? Who would like to come through? I've got more than one card. Well, the shark's back. How many cards do I have? The shark, the dragon, and the hawk. Okay, well, I'll have 3 cards then. Fine. Okay, the shark came out in Aries' reading as well. Okay, that dragon is very, very, very strong energy. That is like the Eye of God energy. Very strong, very ancient, very powerful energy. The shark is also quite an ancient creature. And the hawk, of course, has a higher perspective. So immediately I'm seeing this thing about, I'm getting as above, so below. And I'm getting something about, like, watching over you. Like, watching over you. Like, they like an overseer energy. Overseer. Maybe they make puns. Or they could have watched oversee, like, I'm definitely getting throat chakra stuff for this person. So if you notice that in my voice, I'm sorry, I can't help it. Like, maybe they were, like, in the Navy or something, or they, something to do with boats, and they were, like, an overseer. You know, like, it just sounds like a pun, like a naval captain or something like this, or like the person who steers the ship. I don't understand naval terms. Shark, dragon, hawk. So these could be tattoos as well, or you know, these could remind you of specific people. You could have 3 spirits coming through, or this could be different symbols for one person. So do take it as it resonates. Shark, dragon, hawk. I'm going to pause. I'm going to read from the book myself because I don't want the reading to be too long. And I'm going to get anything that stands out to me, I'm going to kind of like pass on to you. Okay, so the meaning of these cards, what it appears to be, is because the shark talks about something that's hidden, that's coming to light, right? Something that's coming from the murky depths back up to the surface. So it does talk about something that is a secret that needs to be revealed, or something that is unknown that needs to be known. The thing is, anyone on the other side, I personally feel like they know everything. It's like, you know, at the end of the new Indiana Jones movie, where like the girl gets all the information in her head, but she can't hold it because she's a human, right? It's like when you are on the other side, when you don't have like a physical body, you've got a greater capacity to kind of like know everything, or be part of that all-seeing eye, right? So this is like somebody on the other side. It could also talk about your higher self, because the dragon is like the self within the self, right? The observer. So the dragon and the hawk both talk about having a higher perspective, or being all-seeing, all-knowing, omniscient, right? So, but the shark is like something that's hidden. So I do feel like either this is your guide telling you something that you don't know is going to be revealed. It could be, with you being the Hierophant card, it could be about some kind of structure, some kind of organization, some kind of workplace, politics, church, all that kind of thing, right? Some organization, like a government body, something like that. So just a second. I heard my son bounding up the stairs. I thought he was coming to talk to me. So yeah, this is like maybe that kind of like watchful guardian energy of, you know, like how you say sometimes like a parent has their eyes in the back of the head, and it's like the kid is like, how did you know that? And the parent's like, I just know you, right? I can tell by your behavior that something's wrong, or that you're hiding something. Has that kind of feeling to it. So, let's have a quick look if there's anything that pops out. So the shark, directness, exposure, revealing true nature and desire. So it could be something that you've repressed within yourself as well, about something that you want, something that you desire, that you've kind of, especially with the Hierophant energy, like, you've hidden that part of yourself away because you thought it wasn't socially acceptable. But it's like the universe knows what you need, right? And what else do we have? So the dragon is a really detailed card. It talks about the 3rd chakra, And it talks about clearly seeing both the inner and outer dimensions, so the conscious and subconscious. It says seeing one's most true self, balancing the ego. The dragon sees everything. And the hawk spirit says watchful, all-seeing, messenger of divinity. They see our every move. It is said that the hawk carries news upon its wings and is sent from divinity itself to deliver it. The message should not be taken lightly. Though it may seem small or insignificant, it will eventually redirect your course. So it does feel like the universe or your spirit guides, your ancestors, whoever this is, who I want to say loves you, right? They're here for you. It does feel like they're giving you a bit of a stern warning, perhaps. And it's not so much that you need to stop a certain behavior or hide a certain behavior. I feel like it's more like you need to realign some kind of inner desire or inner behavior with your outward appearance. So aligning the light and the shadow within you, bringing those together and making them compatible and not opposing in some sort of way. So let's go. What was your relationship to this person? So who is this person? What was your relationship to this person? So tell me about the relationship between the viewer and the messenger. Thank you, TikTok. Maybe you met this person on TikTok. I don't know. It's giving me, again, what did I say? Clock watcher, right? And it's 11:11 on the timestamp. Clock watcher. So 30 could be a significant number for you. Yeah, like if you think about like the white rabbit from Alice in Wonderland, he's like, TikTok, we're late for a very important date. I do feel like I'm getting clock watcher energy. So somebody who's always rushing you, somebody who likes a schedule, somebody who's always with this thing about like time folding in on itself and like everything happens at the perfect time as well. There's an energy of like it will happen when it's supposed to happen. Everything, everything has a ripe time. If you think about fruit like bananas and avocados and things like this, you don't want to eat them too soon because they'll be hard and they'll be like tough and bitter, and then like you don't want to eat them too late because they'll be too sweet and they'll be sickly and squishy and blah. So you want to get things at the ripe time. So yeah, I feel like there's something to that about this. But I do feel like this person was definitely a clock watcher. Whoever they are or were or, are, because the energy exists, right? There's a message coming from this energy. It exists. Timelessness, divine timing, immeasurable time. Do you know what? I have to say, I really, really love it when I'm picking something up intuitively and it comes out in the reading, because I get this a lot. I get this in my personal life all the time, and I try and explain it to people and they look at me blankly and I'm like, do you not understand what it's like to constantly be predicting and seeing things, like little stupid things as well, like little things playing out constantly? And then it's like you think everything's a prediction. Then it's like, what's a prediction, what's not a prediction, and what does this message mean? But it's like trying to explain that to other people, like the synchronicities, like they don't necessarily understand unless they're experiencing it themselves. So I love when I get an intuitive message on camera talking about like TikTok and timing and things, and pointing to like a watch, like an invisible watch, right? I used to have a friend, and I think she was a Taurus as well. Looking back on it, she could have been a Cappy, but I think she was a Taurus. It was a girl I worked with a long time. Hi, Joanne, if you happen to watch this. And I used to ask her what time it was, because I'm allergic to the back of watches. I think you can put stuff on it to make you not allergic, but I don't wear watches. So I'd always ask her, what time is it? This was like before mobile phones. And she'd always go, 1:15 Freckle. It was like her running joke. So I don't know how that's coming through, but maybe, like, again, the sense of humour of this person could have been a little bit like that. So relationship message, love, the fulfillment of desire, and even the body's reproductive cycles have their own timetable. Some things are preordained and cannot be coerced. Everything has its season, its divine and appropriate timing, especially when it comes to matters of the heart. Remember that you always have enough time for love, to find it, to nurture it, to give it and receive it. Its clock is eternal and ticks according to the beating of your heart, in perfect rhythm. Isn't that wonderful to know? Love is always right on time. Right on time. So let's TikTok. There's that Six of Pentacles again. There's something about in the Aries reading, I had the Five of Pentacles going into the Six of Pentacles. And it came out for me about an hour ago off camera when I was asking a personal question. And so I'm trying to figure out this Six of Pentacles and what this is. So the imagery of this card does have this thing about like everything is to be harvested at the right time, right? You know, if you don't want to pick the fruit too early from the tree, you don't want to let it drop off and go moldy. So you want to like pick the fruit at the ripe time. I don't know why it's coming through with ripe time. I feel like I've had this before. But the Six of Pentacles is a card about giving and receiving. Are you, it could be that your relationship with this person was one of you had the ability to give more than the other, especially in terms of like money or finances or things, or time as well. It's like one person was in the role of the giver and one person was in the role of the receiver. This person could have given you a watch. You could have inherited a pocket watch from this person. Okay. Does feel like with Shark, it's like you have a hidden purpose. I'm hearing you have a hidden message, like you have a message to deliver, but it's like getting the timing right. When do I deliver this message? Not for all of you, for some of you. Some of you may feel like time is slipping away from you, like time is breaking down, you know. I'm getting a lot of that just with the shows I'm watching and with the energies at the moment. There's a lot of like multiverse or you know, time loop stuff, just in the collective energy at the moment, in the collective consciousness, messing with my head a little bit. Let's keep going. So what is this person's message? What message do they want what do they want to deliver? What do they want you to know? What do they want you to know? What is the message? Just give me a second to reset. Hold on. Yeah, sorry. I felt a little bit heady there, so I just had to stop and drink some water. It's because a message was coming in. I forgot to mention at the start of the reading, when I was getting Bullfrog, originally I was also getting Jeremiah was a bullfrog. He was a good friend of mine. What is it? I didn't understand a single word he said, so I helped him drink his wine. I know that song from, and they're showing me the beef eater again. Maybe this person really liked eating beef, right? It's funny how the messages come through. So you may have not actually, you may have spoke a different language to this person. Another reference that's coming through with that is a film with Sandra Bullock in, and I think it's called 30 Days. And it's something like that. It's something days. And the story of that is that Sandra Bullock has a alcohol problem, and she had a lot of issues with her mother, and her mother also had problems, and sometimes she would have flashbacks, and in those flashbacks that song would play. So I don't know if there's something like that going on for you. And they're showing me as well a reference for I can't think of the name of the movie, but there's a movie that I watched with a guy who had some mental health issues, and he was also hearing music when there was no music playing, which happens to me as well, to be fair. But that could be something. There could be a particular song that's very triggering for somebody, and it's associated with a memory of the past. So sorry to interrupt myself there in my own flow, but that message really wanted to come through. I want to say, again, I am not a doctor. If you have a doctor, or you need to see a doctor, or a counsellor or a psychologist or anything like that, please put their advice ahead of mine. The intuitive message that I'm getting, which may or may not be for you, right, it's something to think about. I'm getting the message to lean into it, right, again, depending on mental health experts and what they say. I think if there's something trying to come up and it's a memory from the past, maybe you keep hearing this song and you keep being triggered by it. I want to say that there's a message in that for you. It's trying to get your attention for a reason, right? So there's more that you need to look at or investigate in that area. So for example, my granddad liked the song Simply the Best, right? And I was in Sainsbury's once in a supermarket, and Simply the Best came on, and I was crying. It's like, you may be hearing something a lot, and I feel like it is like something trying to get your attention, because there's something that you need to look at. And I want to say it's something that you've been hiding from within yourself. Okay. I'm getting a lot of stuff about, because we've just had Mother's Day, the US Mother's Day. Is it US and Canada? I'm not sure. Everybody has Mother's Day on different days. But I am getting a lot of mother energy. And I think it's because a lot of people around this time are thinking about their own relationships to their mothers, and what kind of mother they are. So again, I was watching Russian Doll, which has that topic of like her figuring out her relationship to her mother and kind of parenting herself, which I was talking about in the reading a couple of days back. So I do think there's a lot of that in the collective consciousness at the moment. It's dragged a lot of stuff out from the depths for me, that I had to kind of work through, and that sent me on a wobble. So if you're also experiencing that, I want to say it's collective energy. We're collectively being asked to bring these things to the surface, right? To get them out, to purge them. Okay. The message, please. The message, please, for the viewer. The message from the guide to the viewer. The message from the guide to the viewer. The message from the guide to the viewer. I feel like this is in the reverse. I'm going to flip it upright, but I'm going to read the protection message. So, Scarab Beetle Spirit, magic works through you. Yeah, Sandra Bullock or Sandra Bullock movies could be significant, because I'm also getting practical magic, where they hear the noise of the beetle, right? And she's like tearing up all the floorboards and things. Scarab Beetle Spirit, magic works through you. 52 could be a significant number. Scarab beetles, again, you've got this really ancient, almost mystical energy coming here with the dragon, which is a spirit card, and the scarab beetle, which was obviously a very sacred, very important creature in Egyptian mythology. So I am getting full, like, head to toe goosebumps right now. Definitely a very, very strong energy coming through for somebody. Magic works through you. I mean, literally, that's what I'm feeling, right? I am acting as a channel right now, and I'm feeling it, like full head to toe goosebumps. Magic works through you. Beetles as well. I mentioned this in the reading that I had to take down, because I was just talking about blaming Doctor Strange the entire time. But I've been channeling London, cars, driving in London, driving through the streets of London, beetles, which could be Beetles at Abbey Road, or it could be beetle cars. I've been channeling this a lot. It's kind of easy enough, but because beetles come out, I wanted to mention it. Okay. What am I doing? Okay. Suddenly really disorientated. I do feel like I'm channeling an older person, who, at least it's somebody who gets disorientated, right? It's somebody who possibly had some kind of like addictions, or health issues, or behaviors that ultimately perhaps caused them to have some confusion, or it contributed to that, right? Protection message. Do you doubt your unique inner magic? Are you afraid that you have no originality, or that creative juices don't flow through you? Perhaps you mistakenly believe that you're not the creative manifesting type. Scarab Beetle Spirit's message is that creativity is a living force that comes to all of us from Spirit, who wants every person on the planet to manifest magic and co-create the world anew. You are as capable of resilience and innovation as anyone. If you do what you've always done, you're going to get what you've always got. So draw inspiration into your being and begin to playfully create something new, and do it without any judgment. Here's the judgment, right? That shark. I think, and I do feel like it's something within you that you're judging yourself for. Creativity and magic are your legacy as an expression of the creator. So let them flow through you. So yeah, absolutely. That is like magic god energy, right? It's in alignment with the Hierophant card and everything. Like Hierophant card, Dragon card, which is like it is like the Eye of God, and then the Scarab Beetle, like that is very sacred. So no matter what sacred means to you, that is definitely a very, very powerful energy coming through there. I'm getting the message for some of you that this person may have been quite disapproving in the 3D lifetime, right, in the physical body. They may have actually come across as being very disapproving of things like magic. But again, like, a magic can mean a lot of different things, right? It doesn't necessarily mean pulling a rabbit out of a hat, or, you know, like witches in a circle. It just means the power of the universe, right? The power of the sacred, and again, whatever that means for you. So I want to say, you know, if God is omniscient, if God is omnipresent, then God is within every single thing, right? So that magic is already within you, and it's just waiting for you to tap into it, to connect to our higher selves, to God, to our spirit guides, whatever that is, and to allow that to flow through us and to creatively manifest with spirit. Not in a sacrilegious way, in a way that's honoring God, right? But again, I do feel like this person was very perhaps judgmental, or came across as judgmental, or very, they may have ascribed to a very specific belief system on earth. But I do feel like when we transcend, we get closer to those higher energies and we understand them better, right? We get the higher perspective. So I do feel like this person, if they were disapproving of some kind of inherent magic that you had in the past, I feel like that could have changed now. But again, it's a collective reading, it's not a personal reading, so please do take that as it resonates and leave it if it doesn't, you know. Scarab beetle spirit magic works through you. Yeah, I feel like the magic was blocked. I feel like again, this person could have almost like stood in front of you, like, or like blocked the door in terms of allowing you to use your creativity, your creative potential. They may have shut down certain, this is like lock it down energy, right? It's like they may have shut down certain ideas or beliefs, or, you know, concepts that you were playing around with, especially in childhood. So it's like, maybe, you know, you were watching X-Files and you were like, whoa, what if ghosts are real? What if aliens are real? And this person be like, that's stupid. Do you think God would allow that? You know, it's that kind of energy where I feel like they would mock you possibly, or they would just have none of it. So, because that is a very blocking energy. And it's mentally blocking, right? It's mentally blocking your own intuition, your own third eye energy, your own crown chakra energy, and tapping into those higher energies. So, yeah. The only way to pass through that is to use intuition and get out of your own head. So let's find out. So this energy, this spirit guide, this ancestor, this higher self that is bringing you a message today, how can they actually help you? How can you tap into their energy? How can you utilize their energy? How can you embody their energy in order to help you in your daily life? Oh, immediately Hathor. Okay, you have got a bit of ancient Egypt going on here. Hathor, celebration, rejuvenation, and gratitude. In my off-camera readings, I am getting a lot of rebirth energy. I'm getting the Phoenix. I am getting the Judgment card. Like, a lot of it, right? I was getting the Death card quite a lot in the past couple of weeks, which was unnerving. But now I'm getting this rebirth energy. Like, not only Day of Judgment, but the life beyond death energy, which is interesting considering the set of readings that I'm doing. And again, it's not for everybody. If it's not your cup of tea, if you know, and I'm not trying to, I studied humanities, right? I believe in a lot of belief systems. I think every belief system is valid. So I'm not trying to dissuade anyone, or like, you know, refute anything, or push one agenda over another. It's like whatever the afterlife is for you. And if you are like, nothing there, then what are you doing at a reading where I'm talking to like your higher self and your spirit guides? Like, what are you doing here? Are you judging me? Maybe that's why the Judgment card's here. I don't know. I don't care. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. So, Hathor. Me trying to second guess people. Most of you are lovely, right? Most of you, I think, are here to support me, and I appreciate you all. But every now and again, I just tap into an energy, and you see it sometimes in comments and stuff, where somebody wanders in, and you think, what are you doing in this reading? If you're like so offended by it, if it's so not your cup of tea, why are you here in the first place, right? It's weird. It's like people who like follow people on Twitter that they don't like just to criticize them. I'm like, maybe just don't follow them and enjoy your day, right? Follow some people who make you happy. I don't know. It's so weird. It's such a weird energy, right? Such a weird energy to actively engage in energies that trigger you or don't align with you. It's like live and let live. I just don't understand it. Right. It's like, no, ain't nobody got time for that, you know? Like, get on with your own life. Stop bothering everybody else. I don't know. Maybe there is somebody like that in here. Keywords: rejuvenation, gratitude, and celebration. Hathor is an ancient Egyptian sky goddess who is usually depicted as a woman with the head or the ears of a cow. She is an uplifting and loving mother goddess who is associated with women, women's health, love, fertility, the heart, the planet Venus, music, dance, joy, rebirth, rejuvenation, and feminine expression. She is also the consort of Horus. When Hathor appears, it's time to celebrate life and all of its gifts. The Oracle: celebrate life, acknowledge your successes, and live each day with gratitude for all that you have and all that you are. So it says you can call on Hathor's assistance. So call on your spirit guide's assistance with enjoying your life, rejuvenation in any area of your life. I love that, again, like talking about like the Phoenix energy and the Judgment card energy, which is like death and rebirth, like that, then it actually being what the card means. I'm like, yay. Did I read that here? I think I read it here, sorry, just taking credit for that one. Feeling more gratitude for all that you have, showing love for and celebrating others. Again, put more love into the world. Stop focusing on the people who trigger you and focus on the people you love. Right, there's somebody, and I won't say who it is, but some of you may have seen this advertisement. It's somebody in the public eye in the UK, and they have a big platform, and they're on a lot of morning TV shows. It's Piers Morgan, and I'm just going to tell you who it is. It's Piers Morgan. He's very controversial, and I think he makes his living. He gains his platform because he's controversial. People, shush phone. People follow him because they want to engage in that drama, right? So there's this advertisement going around on the side of buses at the moment where he's half an angel and half a devil. And I'm like, do you know what? He's not an angel, he's not a devil, and I don't think you should associate him with quite powerful deities. Thank you very much. He's just an average, pretty boring bloke, very opinionated, who has a platform by opening his big almighty trap. So whether you love him or hate him, I don't love him and I don't hate him. I'm like, he's very mundane and I live my life and he doesn't really impact me in any sort of way, but he was on this side of the bus and I had these thoughts this morning. So it's like, I don't really care about him, thanks. I'm not going to worry about him. I don't love him, I don't hate him. He's not even Marmite to me. He's, I don't know, bread. He's brown bread. So, I don't know, there's something about that, about putting more love into the world, putting more, not focusing on the people who cause drama, not focusing on the people who are kicking up a fuss or being controversial for the sake of controversial, or just somebody who's saying things that you don't agree with. It's like, don't focus on that. Like, it's okay, you know, if you know that person, if that person directly impacts you, if it's somebody in your family, I think it's okay to say, I disagree with what you're saying because A, B, and C, and then drop it, right? But if it's somebody, some celebrity, who cares? Nobody will care. Give it a year or two, everybody will have forgotten about them, right? So, like, why waste your time and your precious energy and your precious life on earth focusing on negativity? She says, focusing on negativity. Celebrating yourself and owning your achievements, moving your body and enjoying your body. So I have been watching these, Stephanie Lang, she's called, Stephanie Lang, Lange. And if you have some problems with loving your body, again, I was talking about body shape earlier with like the curved shoulders and the neck. So maybe these are things that you're concerned about. Stephanie Lang is very, very body positive. So she goes through things like Instagram, and she will look at Instagrammers or celebrities who like to project the idea that they are perfect. And she'll show side-by-side images of them, the photo that they posted on Instagram and the photo of them in real life, you know, when they're not posing, when they're not under perfect lighting, when they're not sucking everything in, right? When the image isn't photoshopped. And she's not doing it to shame them. She's saying that we should love our bodies for what they are, and we should stop promoting toxic ideas of perfection. I appreciate Instagram and kind of like the morphine tools and things as an art form. I think, you know, being ruled by Venus, as you are, Taurus, right? I think I really appreciate and admire beautiful images and beautiful bodies, and that, you know, the kind of ancient Greek idea of perfection. You know, Barbie dolls, I love them. Doesn't mean I have to be that way to love my body. I can love my body with a little bit of cellulite. I can love my body with a little bit of a wrinkly tummy, right? I can love my big nose, which I grew into and I was very paranoid about as a teenager. So it's not expecting your body to be perfect and loving it for what it is. Loving your body, not because of the way it looks, but because, you know, it gets you from A to B, because it, you know, and bodies can be, this is the thing as well, bodies can malfunction, right? We can have problems with our body, but think of all the things that your body can do. Your ears are listening to this video right now. Isn't that amazing? Ears are so cool. Like, how on earth do ears work? You know, the way they work, like the science behind it, the vibrations behind it, like how my words coming out of my mouth, I'm getting like Rochelle now, how my words coming out of my mouth travel through the airwaves to my phone, like, and from, like, across the internet, which you can't see, right? It's just in the air, and then like wires and air. That's so cool, like Wi-Fi. And then it's like those vibrations are coming out of whatever device you're watching this on and going into your ear. That is amazing. That is incredible. Like, what a piece of work is man, right? Like, it's mind-blowing. And if you take that back to, oh, maybe my ear sticks out a little tiny bit too much. My ear's not like that, the ear of Kim Kardashian. You know, it's like you're undermining the brilliance of what that ear is capable of doing. So does that make any sense? It's like our bodies are amazing, like incredible, like the hardwiring, the engineering, the thing right, our bodies, guys, listen, our bodies can combine with another human body to create a third human body, and we can grow that body in our stomachs and then like birth it into the world, and there's like another human in the world. That is like, how on earth do we do that? That is like incredible, right? So, and then it's like, oh, but I've got a little wrinkle on my thigh. It's like, get over it. Let's celebrate our bodies for like the things that they can do, and like honor that and give our bodies the nutrients they need and the health and things like this, and not kind of, you know, spend 6 hours on a treadmill every day, bored out of our minds, watching Kim Kardashian's Instagram, like comparing ourselves to her. Like, it's, our lives are too short for that, right? I don't know who needs to hear that, but you're hearing it. Do you imagine being God, right? Do you imagine being God or Prometheus or whoever created humans, right? If you believe someone created them, if not, whatever. Like, can you imagine being the universe? Like, having created this absolute masterpiece that is you, right? That is you, like, you are this amazing work of creation, and being like, aha, you know, like, what's his name in Castaway? Tom Hanks in Castaway, where he's like, oh, I made fire. He's like, oh, I made human. You know, I made Taurus, and Taurus is incredible. Look at all the things, like, look at all the moving parts. You know, like, it's got bendable knees. You know, it's like all these cool things. It's got so many features. And then you go, could have given me a slightly smaller nose. It's like, how ungrateful, how fucking ungrateful are you? You know, like, ugh. And consumerism telling us that we have to be that way, like, it's so base, it's so vile. Okay, guys, getting back on track. Embody the energy of Hathor or your spirit guide. You know, maybe you don't want to embody them, but like the gifts that they can give to you and support you with, right? Dancing. So dance more, and it's good, it's healthy, right? You might feel like an idiot. Do you know what? I dance in my house all the time. Almost every time I brush my teeth, I'm in the mirror with music on, like wiggling my body, right? It's like, shut the curtains, cover up all the mirrors if you don't want to see yourself, put on a song that you really enjoy dancing to, like, you know, whatever, like Shake It Off by Taylor Swift, or I don't feel like dancing when the old Joanna plays. I can't help but dance to that song. You know, dance to uplifting music, or even like, I don't know, whale sounds, and kind of like do kind of like an 80s like Kate Bush thing. Whatever you want to do, right? Put on some music and dance and be like, oh my God, even if you're like wheelchair bound, right? And you're just moving your arms, even if you can only tap your feet, like whatever you can do, like feel the rhythm, I was saying about, my guides are trying to get me to do accents and it's bad and I'm not going to do them, right? I'm not going to do the accents. But I was talking in work about that brilliant scene in Cool Runnings, which again, we can pick that film apart if we want to, but let's just appreciate it for the masterpiece that it was in the moment and the emotional effect it had on people. The film Cool Runnings, where he's in the bathroom, in the mirror, and he's saying, you know, you've got pride, you've got power, you're a badass mother who doesn't take any shit from anyone. Tried not to do the accent. It's empowering. Do it. Dance like nobody's watching, Taurus. Do it. I dare you. I double dare you. I triple dare you. Playing music, singing or chanting, prioritizing joy, looking after your own health and well-being, opening your heart chakra, planning events and celebrations to bring people together. Isn't that a lovely reading? That was such an uplifting reading and I am here for it. Like, I love it. And I still have a card to pull. Son of Pentacles. Oh, and the Lovers. Okay, yeah. Go. Do you know what? Plan it. Whatever you need to plan, whatever you need to work on, whatever you need to study, whatever you need to figure out, go and do it. Open your heart chakra, let love in. Make choices based on your heart. I don't know. Beautiful reading, really beautiful reading. You can tell we're both ruled by Venus, can't you? Like Libra and Taurus both ruled by Venus. It's all like, open your heart chakra, like love your body. All right, I'm gonna go. Do take care of yourselves. Again, leave me a like or an emoji in the comments if anything particularly resonated. I kind of need that feedback at the moment. I'm gonna be honest. Really take care of yourselves. Be thankful for the things that your body can do. And yeah, what a piece of work is Taurus. Like, not in a bad way, like in an amazing way. Like you are this, remember who you are. Remember what you are. You are this amazing miracle. The fact that you exist, like the fact that humans exist, the fact that you as a unique individual on this planet exist, you are a miracle. Like, if you look at the odds of you existing, like go and Google the odds. What are the odds that I would exist? Like, it's like billions and trillions to one. Like, you are a miracle. So treat yourself like a miracle. All right. Take care, Taurus. Bye-bye. Love you.